welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for your beautiful comments. Thank you to everybody who has reached out to me on Etsy for a personal reading, and to everybody who has reached out to me on Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much for giving me your friendship, for allowing me to read for you as well. If I've read for you personally, I really appreciate your friendship. I really appreciate your trust in me as well. So if you have found yourself here for the very first time, I do pick a card readings on this channel. I try to release at least a couple of times a week, so keep checking back because there's always new content available. And if you have any topics that you would really like to see covered here on the Tarot Cottage, please leave them below. I always love to hear your topic ideas. You guys are filled with such great ideas, and I'm always trying to please. So be sure to drop your comments, be sure to drop your suggestions below. And that is actually a wonderful thing to do anyway, because as a thank you to my subscribers on this channel, I do offer a chance to win a free reading with me. And all you have to do is drop your comment below in any form, even an emoji will count for your chance to win a free reading. And you just have to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner and we can get the ball rolling. So be sure to do that. If you're new to the channel, if you've been subscribed for a while, don't forget to drop a comment below, but hit your notification bell so that I can notify you and we can get that ball rolling. For today's pick a card topic, though, we're looking at the person on your mind and what do they want to happen the next time they see you? What do they hope will happen the next time that you guys see each other? Maybe you guys haven't seen each other in a while. Maybe you've seen each other every single week, but this is what they want to see happen with you the next time that they see you, no matter what the scenario is. We have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Page of Swords and the pink rose. Pile number 2 with the World and the sunflower. Pile number 3 with the Hanged Man and the dark pink flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting from Spirit, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, today we're asking Spirit about the person on your mind and what do they want to happen with you the next time that they see you. Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the pink rose, and you were also drawn to the Page of Swords here, this little weasel, and this is your reading. What does the person on your mind want to happen with you, or want to see happen with you when they see you again, when the two of you cross paths again? The Page of Swords is a watcher, so this person could already be kind of keeping tabs on you to see when they can run into you, or maybe they're just watching you from afar. There's a lot of remembrance surrounding you. He's covered in, or not covered, but standing on all of these poppies underneath, which is a symbol of remembrance. And dreaming too. I feel like they dream about you, or they're fantasizing about this moment, about the moment where they get to bridge some sort of gap between clarity and lack of information. Because if you look up here in the corner of the card or in the center of the card, it looks like an eclipse of the sun. So they have no idea perhaps what you're feeling, what your perspective is on them in this moment. They seem to be watching you and looking a lot into the background, thinking of you a lot in regards to your past and how you've influenced their past in some way as well. So this card could really talk about gathering information when they see you again in a very careful, maybe calculated way. They could already be in the process of doing that. It's like helping them to formulate how they want things to progress when they do see you again by keeping tabs on you now to figure out what your scenario is, you know, what's going on in your life. Are you free to expand the connection if they see you again and they want to take it to that next level? So there's already a feeling of them gathering information about you, like gathering intel, because they feel like there's absolutely no contact here, or there's very limited contact, and they're filled with all of these memories but no certainties of today. So let's take a look and see what do they want to see happen to you, or what do they want to see happen with you the next time that they see you? For pile number 1, please. We have the Lovers, Gemini, we have the Ace of Pentacles, ooh, on the floor we have the Devil, Capricorn. And what's really interesting to me is the Divine Masculine in this case is being prioritized with flames here, flames tree behind him here. So this person is still like on fire for you. Literally, the flame is still burning. Page of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed. What do they want to happen between you the next time that they see you? The Two of Swords. Back of the deck is the Empress. Oh my, and the Four of Wands. Oh my goodness. You know what's interesting is that when they think about you in terms of the future, when they think about you in terms of seeing you, they get filled with anxiety, filled with stress. They get filled with uncertainty and insecurity because they know what they want to see happen. They know that they want it to be very maybe explosive. They want it to prompt more. They don't want it to end the next time that they see you. But they're also very much aware of their own limitations in some way. They have definitely a feeling of being brought to that crossroads and worrying that they won't have the courage to execute what they actually want to do. There's a very physical energy that I'm feeling from this person. I feel like the next time that they see you, they kind of hope that it could have the opportunity or the possibility of something physical happening between the two of you. But that also stresses them out. That gives them, as much as it fuels them with potential, it also gives them a lot of anxiety. It makes them feel really nervous to actually have to execute. We have the Three of Swords. The King of Pentacles. And look at this king holding onto this big piece of chocolate cake. He has vines that are growing up all around him. And there's this dog that's been sleeping. And I just heard, let sleeping dogs lie. But it's like they can't, because the next time they see you, they want to gather more information. They want to know how you're feeling. They want to, and they'll want to do it in a, maybe a sly way. When I think about the weasel, I think about them going down, you know, those holes to chase rabbits. And having to go down a rabbit hole, but kind of keeping themselves in a self-preserved state. So the next time that they see you, they want to have a conversation with you, but they don't want to lose control of the conversation. They don't want it to look like they're offering something. It's like they want to maintain their position of security while still gathering more intel about you, about your situation. It's like they want to know, are you invested with anyone else? Are you in love with anyone else? Do you ever think about me too? Do you have the kind of heartbreak that I've been feeling in this disconnect? Because I feel like they feel heartbroken or separate from something that they feel should be theirs in some type of way. But the next time that they see you, it's like their ego won't want to let you know that they're feeling that insecure. It's like they'll want to, I just saw the Magician. They want their cake and eat it too. They want all the information and they want it to be positive about them, but they don't want to risk anything in return. So they want the vulnerability perhaps to be coming from your end, even though they're feeling very nervous and in a perfect world, the next time that they see you, they want something physical to happen too. But again, it's like they want it to happen naturally for them. They don't want to have to step outside of their comfort zone to make it happen. There's the Nine of Pentacles. And you'll notice that her skirt has the same vines that are crawling up her skirt. Both of them are seated in a sort of passive situation. It's like they want the two of you to want each other equally in that moment in the same capacity. They also want you to think that they're really attractive in that moment. Like they want you thinking that in your head, that, oh my gosh, they're looking really good. I'm really attracted to them in this moment. We have the Three of Pentacles. And they do hope, and this is sort of sweet, they do hope that the next time that they get to see you is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. That they're going to build from there. But there's also a message coming through for someone watching, and that's not for everyone, but for someone watching, about foundations getting in the way, maybe other people getting in the way at this moment. That could be where some of the stress comes from, because there's this message about be careful what you wish for or what you long for from the past, because you just might get it. You just might get it. And what if it comes in when there's no availability? What if the opportunity to see you again, or for you to see them again, comes in when there's some type of an attachment to another person or another realm? So there's stress surrounding that too for someone watching. There's the Empress. And you know what's interesting? You can see the Empress, she's holding her belly. It's very swollen. There's this feeling about her giving birth to more opportunity. So the Divine Feminine having to kind of take the responsibility of giving birth to more, while they take a more passive approach to keep their heart protected. So even if they're in a situation right now where they're watching, they're gazing, they're fantasizing about what the potential is in the future, when they think about seeing you the next time, what they hope will happen is that they get to maintain that safety approach. They can keep themselves safely at a distance and watch you express yourself and maybe project love and want to build a foundation and move from there. They hope that they can achieve more with you while doing less. And that's not to throw them under the bus or to paint them in some type of light. This is just fear talking from their perspective right now. This is a perfect world scenario. It most likely won't, evolve in this type of way, because they hope that the next time they see you, again, the divine feminine is the prompt or the trigger to create more. We have the Justice, and there's even the Justice. You can see that the balance beams are balanced, but there's like conflict on the balance beams. And this Justice is like a doorway, which is speaking the law, which is speaking the truth, which offers the opportunity, but they're just peeking out from underneath their blinder, just peeking out. And so here's the Page of Cups that wants a new emotional start, wants mutual generosity between the two of you, wants evolution, but wants the divine feminine perhaps to be more generous so they don't have to take creative accountability in the future. They don't have to take on the emotional responsibility of the new opportunity. And that's not to say that this message is saying that the divine feminine has to be the aggressor in this situation, because that's definitely not the case. What do they want to happen between you the next time they see you? They want, it says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And that's what I really feel for you, Pile 1, is the next time that you see this person, they want you to be the leader, you to take on the role of initiating everything, giving birth to the opportunity. It says, retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. And they hope that the two of you will be able to do this alone, that you'll be able to have this meeting. It'll be serendipitous. There won't be other distractions. You'll be able to go off together and have a private conversation or have a secluded moment together as well, because they do feel very deeply connected to you. And they do feel like they may have missed the opportunity to express that. But I also feel like in this next opportunity to see you again, they may not take advantage. They may let stress or obstacles, practical or otherwise, get in the way of the progress that they would love to see happen the next time that they see you. What they want to happen the next time that you see them for pile number 1. We have the Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love. And it's 19, the Sun, and it's all about clarity. Again, with the Page of Swords that you were drawn to, the eclipse of the sun at the top of that card, and the temporary issue surrounding that lack of clarity, they want it to be temporary. They want solutions for it. And they feel very loyal to you. The 6 of Cups energy, they feel very loyal to the connection. They almost feel a codependency towards it, like they can't break free from it. And they want to know where your loyalties lie. Do you love them? That's, I feel like, what they're really looking for, this clarifying agent of how do you feel? It's like, I want my cake and eat it too. I want all the answers. I want my information to be given to me. I want to collect the information, but I want to take a passive approach at it. Now, I am also getting a message about loyalties being tested. Again, you'll understand that that's for you if you're in a complicated situation. We have here Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture and bring your ideas into life. Electricity, they do want something physical. They're hoping for that too. The big picture, I think about the High Priestess. I think about looking beyond the immediate appearances of things to see the truth. And Spirit says that in the next moment when you see this person, if they maintain this focus of keeping themselves separate, observing the energy to see if they can participate, you may have to look beyond the immediate appearances of what they're offering you to see the truth of what they're feeling, to see the truth of what they're trying to communicate to you through perhaps a lack of effort. We have here Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. And I think about the past when I think about the Vulture Spirit, about things in the past, it's like the implementation of your energy. It's like the influence of you has been profound with this person, despite perhaps a long disconnect for some people watching. Advice, please, for pile number 1 when it comes to the next time that they see this person on their mind. We have here Workaholic and Rejection. Back of the deck is Gratitude reversed. Now you can see again Divine Feminine energy cloaked in purple, heavily pregnant. That could be a message for somebody about motherhood, so please take that as it resonates. Now the gratitude was coming in reverse because there's this feeling about apathy and feeling overlooked. And that could be why they're hoping for someone to direct the situation. Here is one plump blueberry and here looks like a raisin. So a grape and a raisin. And so one is directing the other. It's about creative accountability and our life being a moving prayer, and really waiting for somebody else to direct the opportunity, because they're too afraid to say something themselves or be honest and vocal themselves in that moment because of that fear of rejection. So Spirit just wants you to prepare for that moment so that you have all of the information available to you so that you can make the decision about whether you want to sort of move in and fulfill their needs in that moment, to be the aggressor, to be the person that takes the bull by the horn, so to speak. Advice for pile 3, please, in the bowl. You have the Ace of Wands reversed, the Page of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. This person has felt pressure to make this reunion happen. Like, they want momentum. They keep saying that, but their frustrating delays are confusing the universe. So they are really keeping tabs on you at this moment. You could have gone to school with this person perhaps in the past as well, because they're talking a lot about schooling with you. But this passive approach, this watcher position that they're watching you from, they feel a pressure to communicate. They feel a pressure to take action, but they are creating a lot of frustrating delays. And you may find that that's sort of their approach the next time that they see you as well. In the bowl today, we have the snake. We also have the letter T, J, and Q. We have the sun rune, and we also have the anchor. So I feel about hauling anchor, asking ourselves how we got here. They would want to gather lots of information. They would want communication, but they're also stressed out to almost hear the answer. And they're also stressed out to tell you their position for someone watching too. That also is on their mind the next time that they see you. It's like they don't want you to know about their position, especially if they're in another relationship. We have the potential though, and they would want to plant those seeds. We also have the honey cells, and 4 are filled and 3 are not. So building upon the foundation that you guys have already established, building from there. Pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well. I hope that you come back here though and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the sunflower, or to the world here, and this is your reading. What does the person on your mind want to happen between you the next time that they see you? Now, the world here has this beautiful honeybee, and I always think about the sweet results that await with the honeybee. And so it's like unfinished business, and wanting to clarify things and wanting to get the sweet results of everything that they perhaps haven't been able to get off of their chest, wanting the sweet results with you in a physical way perhaps, but just clarifying everything. It's like I've sacrificed so much perhaps to get to this moment, and it's like I'm not going to sacrifice any longer. So let's take a look here and see. For pile number 2, please, what does the person on their mind want to happen between them the next time that they see each other? There's this message already coming out about how maybe other people, like maybe there's competition here. It's like maybe there's this feeling of like, if I see you again, I shouldn't clarify everything, but I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to listen to the notes of that intuition. I feel like the two of you in the past of this connection left things very much up in the air and very confusing between the two of you. I feel like there was no clarifying, even though both of you may have really understood exactly how the other person felt, but I feel like there was not enough action. So things were left kind of up in the air and very confusing. And this person's like, I'm like impatiently waiting or patiently waiting, however we want to look at it, to finally rectify the situation. It's like, if I didn't have the courage then, I certainly have grounded my position now, and I know exactly what I want to say. I know exactly what I want to do. I feel like the two of you came to a crossroads many times in the past where they felt like they could say something, but they just didn't. And maybe you didn't either. Thinking that we had more time. Because there's this feeling about the follies of youth, and really thinking that we had more time. Thinking that time would just last forever. We have the 6 of Pentacles. What do we hope will happen the next time they see pile number 2, please? We have the 10 of Swords. Back of the deck is the Page of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands. And I'm going to clarify this as we go forward. to be honest with you, I get this impression that they want clear-cut communication. That's what they want. They want a conversation, come what may, whether it be a rejection, whether it be not. They want to, it's like they want to tie up loose ends with you. There's a really strong emphasis here on you setting yourself apart in a group of friends, and friendship being a huge factor in the past of this situation. We have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups. And truthfully, I feel like this person really wants to close out this cycle. I feel like in a perfect world, maybe it would initiate more. It would initiate a new phase between the two of you. In an imperfect world, from this person's perspective, the next time that they see you, they really want to come to some type of closure. If you're not interested, if you're in another situation, if you're not available, it's like either way, they feel like it's very important to have this conversation with you so that they can empower themselves away from the loss, because they are so uncertain about how you feel. And I feel like you feel just as uncertain. Like, I feel like it almost makes you sick to think about things from the past at times with this person, like physically ill. And they're confused about your position. So you could have moved into another relationship, for instance. You could be a mom, you could be all sorts of different things, but it's like they're still, like, you've grown, but their feelings and their confusion over you has not. It's like you've matured, you've grown, your awareness over how this person perceives you hasn't been able to budge. And so there's this uncertainty from both parties that creates this unfinished cycle. And you both have sacrificed up to this point. It's like you're both holding back up to this point, but you're both experiencing a lot of loss. And so they would want to rectify that. This Five of Cups, this Eight of Cups, it emphasizes the death cycle, emphasizes moving on and sacrificing what has been so we can move into something more powerful together or separate. But either way, there's closure here. There's ability to move on and empower ourselves so we can get over this wave of emotion, this uncertainty, this regret, because they keep staring at the Three of Cups, wondering if it could have turned into the Two, or staring at what they've lost, not recognizing that there are solutions, and they feel like the solutions are inside of you, like the solutions are in your mind, the solutions are how you experienced the connection in the past. They want to hear your perspective. So a big part of this is them going in, maybe with the anticipation of loss, maybe with the anticipation of you're not available, you never felt the same way. It's like they're gearing themselves up for that vulnerability of being rejected by you. But either way, they're like, come what may, I have to take action. I have to be vulnerable enough if I get that opportunity to clear out this truth. And they have intentions towards that. If they get the chance, they may not seek the chance, or they may pop up out of nowhere with some of these feelings. But if they get the chance, they're not going to waste the chance. Yeah, they're like, I'm going to get healing. I don't want to waste it. I don't want to. You can see she's pouring cups into the water and into the embankment that's flowing back into the same pool of reflection, because they've had nothing but time to reflect upon that moment. And they want a redirection. They don't want to have to reflect in sadness anymore. You know, they want to be able to surrender it and move on from it if it's not a possibility. And then if it is a possibility, they're like, I'll take it. I'll take action. The Knight of Wands is very impulsive. Come what may. It's like, I just want more. I want more information. And it's going to require vulnerability. This person really cares about what you think about them. And vice versa. I feel like you care a lot as well. Here's the Hierophant. And there's the Page of Wands. They're also wanting to just fuel their curiosity when it comes to you. They want to fill up their lack of information from the past and the future with all of your perspective. They want to hear your point of view. How did you feel in the past? Did you feel it too? Was this all one-sided? I'm conflicted because that's what's been holding me back, thinking that it was all one-sided. And so there's this desire to rehash the past as well, that I feel like this person would want to execute if they got a chance to see you again. They want to rehash the past, and they want to kind of ignite the thirst that existed then. It's like they want to recapture that in the past. They want to recapture what was and launch yourselves from there in a perfect world. But again, they're also kind of having this fight between what their expectations are and what their heart really, really wants. Like, their heart is still transfixed upon you. They still have that. That hasn't really changed. But they also recognize that people grow, people evolve, people change, and people move into other situations that are beyond this person's control. So it's, again, they're anticipating or gearing them up for themselves up for a bit of a failure here the next time that they see you. But again, it keeps bringing in the buts. If it's a possibility, if they get an inclination of your thirst, I feel like it would be a green light for them. But they want to move through the cycle that the two of you, the hurdle that the two of you left in the past. They feel like it's a ball and chain that they're dragging forward. So they want to get over that hurdle of uncertainty, the confusion. And there's this message too about maybe you guys are both at a crossroads. Maybe neither one of you can commit right now to that truth. Maybe none of you can commit to sort of the reignition of the fire between the two of you. But either way, it's like, I'll settle for friendship. I just want to know. That's what it feels like. I just want to know the truth. News is on the way. Bird flying. This person has intention. You were drawn to the honeybee, which has beautiful wings. And there's a message around the honeybee from that bee movie with Jerry Seinfeld, where they talked about the bee at the beginning of that movie, and they said, scientifically, scientists don't understand how the bee can take flight because its body is so much heavier than its wingspan should be capable of carrying. And so there's a message surrounding the weight of your influence and how it's a little bit too heavy, that they shouldn't be able to carry it with them everywhere they go, but they manage to. They may pop up because of their curiosity out of the blue in relation to you, pal, too. They have their eye set on clarity, that sunflower. We have here happiness and well-being, the sun, bringing out the full spectrum. We have here warning you of a problem either now or in the future, the finger, an announcement. And that's why perhaps the announcement has been delayed. And we have family matters. So somebody who perhaps has moved into a position with other commitments, maybe family situations. And that's what they are anticipating. They're anticipating growth for you. Maybe there's been growth for them, but they are prioritizing the divine feminine right now. And they're wondering if they put all of their eggs in one basket, then they'll probably get disappointed because they assume that someone like you must have been snatched up in the present moment. But they may not be privy. They're very confused about your position. They may not be privy to your position right now. But they wonder if something, or maybe a family situation, would hold you back from being able to be 100% available for anything in the future. What do they want to happen to you the next time that they see you? We have happy, happy. The potential that they see, that they've been incubating, they've been sitting upon. Emphasis on Aquarius energy, Taurus as well. And there's an emphasis too on reconnection, putting in some effort to reflect upon the potential that was, or that could be, because they're still sitting on that egg, because there's unfinished business that they want to rectify here. Back of the deck is Observer, so they could be watching you at this time, but I don't get an overwhelming sense of that in this spread. That was more about POW 1, but I do feel like for someone watching, they could be observing you, but what they are observing is the secrets that they keep, and they're observing the incubation of this potential. It's like they still feel the potential could be there. They don't want to put all their eggs in that basket because they're afraid that they're going to get rejected, but they do feel still very connected to you. And it feels like it could have been a friendship, a very flirtatious friendship where they felt like there was competition. It's time to heal, the snake spirit. Number 55. And number 5 here with the Hierophant of moving into a huge ascension. Again, moving into healing cycles, redirection in this connection or beyond. But they're still on guard. You can see the snake is still on guard, ready to strike, so to speak, if the opportunity presents, and take the lead, the stag spirit. Back of the deck is the Wasp. Oh, you were drawn to the honeybee, and now you have the Wasp. It says sometimes life stings. The honeybee can only sting once, and then it will pass away. And that could be why they hesitated in the past. But the Wasp spirit says it can sting over and over and over again and never die. And so that could be what held them back in the first place, was this fear of the sting. And they've recognized now in the disconnect that it's stung over and over and over again. And they've survived that. So they could have survived perhaps a rejection in the past, that would have been the outcome in the past. But it's like time has taught them that. Awareness and growth has taught them that. Advice, please, for pile number 2 when it comes to the next time their person sees them. We have release. It's in the reversal. This person can't let go. And we have recovery. You are the key to this person's recovery. They feel like you are the key to clarity, the key to moving on, empowering themselves, the key to solving some of the regret that they feel. And perhaps if you're free and if you are available, the key to more, potentially. But they will settle for the closure. They'll settle for the release. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Advice for pile number 2. What was the last thing that this person thought about pile number 2 regarding the next time that they see them? 3 of Cups, friendship, celebration, reunions, somebody who's very different from you but really meshes well. And it's like this foundation that we've formed. They were also really thinking about foundations for you, uncertainty about where you're at in life, uncertainty about their own position, wondering about what was invested, wondering about your position. Truly, that was their thoughts. What are your thoughts on reunions? What is your position? What impedes progress in this connection at this time? And recognizing that if they reach out, it could bring the 2 of you to a benchmark of reestablishment or a benchmark of clearance. We have the letter T and C and D. We have but on one side and 2 on the other. Every time I see the word but, I think of caveats. It's like, I love you, but. It's like somebody who should have acted, but they had a lot of excuses. We have surrender. They could be creating frustrating delays. Surrender for the divine feminine. We also have here, I think of Virgo with the gray color, and I think about the divine feminine with the flat shell. So you could be a Virgo perhaps, and somebody who has retreated into reflection to cure their own confusion, but perhaps has some reasons why we can't reach out at this time. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification and check your notifications because I've been waiting to hear back from one of my most recent winners. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading as well. And I do update that shop every day, so keep checking back. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the dark red flower or to the Hanged Man here, and this is your reading. What does the person on your mind want to happen between you the next time that they see you? Now, this Hanged Man kind of made me chuckle a little bit because this person has a backup plan. It's like they know what they want, but if it doesn't go their way, they might have a backup plan. Because I think about the possum, and I think about the bad reputation that it has about being manipulative and fainting, or not fainting, but playing dead when it's scared or when it gets caught by something. But the truth is that it's so afraid it faints. So there's this feeling about needing a backup plan in case my fear overwhelms me, needing a backup plan in case I don't get sort of received the way that I want to, and surrendering to whatever they have to do in that moment to survive in the moment. So let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Labyrinth Tarot for you today. What do they want to happen for pile number 3, please, the next time that they see pile number 3? What do they hope will happen? We have the Hierophant. They want growth. They want to overcome hurdles. They want expansion. We have the 4 of Swords. Healing. Retreat, and it's like they want to go over the reality of the 3D situation. There's a necessity for healing. We have the Emperor. I feel like this person is a very emotional person. We have Taurus, we have Aries, and you can see that the Emperor here is carrying a baby bottle and a baby ball. Baby ball, I said. Carrying a ball. It says Toby on the ball. And there's an emphasis here on children, on youth. So you may have gone to school with this person. Maybe the 2 of you were came of age together in some type of way. The 7 of Wands. And the 4 of Pentacles. Now you'll notice here, there's the 2 of Wands and there's the Chariot. Now you'll notice here that in the Four of Pentacles, there's two carrots or parsnips, whatever they are. There's a top that's upside down, and then there's this funnel. And for me, the funnel is a symbol of depression, a symbol of disappointment. And the top is like something that's turning, that's starting to turn, like the Wheel of Fortune, things that are spinning, things that are in motion. And then the carrots are this temptation, right? Now the Four of Pentacles in general is all about, for me, it's all about growth, leading from where we've left off, like building upon what we've built, but it does symbol insecurity. So this is really highlighting this backup energy. It's like they have anticipations towards maybe growth, wanting, planning for movement, planning for more, but they have a backup plan. It's like they're also anticipating maybe failure, anticipating things going south for them, feeling stuck energy. Maybe you won't pick up on the offer or on the carrot that's being dangled. So it's like they're holding space for two different outcomes when they see you again. The back of the deck here is the Two of Wands, which means they want plans to be extended. They want flirtation. They want fire between the two of you. They want to expand upon the crutches that we have used in the past, because there's this method about change and bringing about a spark between the two of you, which leads to growth, which leads to more. But there's the Queen of Wands. It's like they're also very intimidated. I just heard you could mop the floor with them. It's like they're also very intimidated by how you will receive them, or how you will feel about them the next time that you see them. Here's the Sun with the Six of Cups. And ultimately, this is the ideal. The next time that they see you, they hope that there will be a beautiful mutual exchange emotionally between the two of you, that you've been holding space for them the way that they've been holding space for you. There's reunions, there's friendship, there's nostalgia wrapped up around you. There's them being vulnerable and waving a red flag of victory because they led their horse in the right direction. They kept you out of this perspective for some time, but they're saying that the next time that they see you, they have this desire, this plan to move into this time frame, to move into this clarity, to allow the two of you to step through that threshold, that gateway, with that type of clarity together. But the caveat comes in when they feel like they could hit a wall, when they feel like their depression catches up with them or their sadness catches up with them and tells them they could potentially lose here. So they have a backup plan. And it's because they're so emotional. It's like they have a backup plan. And maybe the backup plan has a lot to do with like holding themselves back a little bit, reading the room. It's almost like when in Rome, do as. So if they feel a pushback from you that doesn't include momentum, then they're going to clam up. It's going to be a very mutual thing. They're talking about a collaboration here. So the next time that they see you, they hope that they're going to feel the green light from you, that they're going to feel a mutual exchange of emotion, that it's going to feel empowering, and it'll propel the two of you into more clarity. Maybe even more plans being made, plans being woven, executed together. But if they feel a pushback from you, if they feel like you have retreated emotionally from them, that's going to sting. That's going to be a reality that does sting them, but they're prepared for it because they're going to perhaps turn their wave of emotion around. They're going to try to keep their heart guarded. They're going to try to turn their back away from how they feel emotionally from you. So they know they want more, but dependent on how they're received, that's how they're going to react with this possum energy. They could play dead. If necessary, they could play dead, but only because they're scared. That's what Spirit really wants to highlight here. It's only because they're scared. The Wheel of Fortune is indicating that they hope that there will be like a natural turn of events that will bring this about. They may not have the intentions of bringing forward this solution on their own or in a smooth sort of way. They're waiting for like a happenstance to happen, like a serendipitous event that brings the two of you back together or back in the same position at the same time. They're conjuring this up. They really want to manifest this, but I don't feel like they're taking a lot of active action to create reconnection with you at this moment, because they're too afraid right now of the challenges and afraid to face the changes in their life. They're also afraid of this moment. They want it to go smoothly in the way that they've envisioned and fantasized for themselves, but they're also kind of afraid of this moment. It's like, be careful what you wish for because it might happen. Because then they're really going to have to be vulnerable. And it's like they don't know if, it's like they don't know if they can trust the connection that you feel with them. Now, these obstacles are going to look different no matter who I'm reading for, because I'm dealing with the collective energy today. So these obstacles could be physical, they could be other people, they could be jobs, they could be children, they could be anything. They could just be emotional. What you'll see is that the Emperor and the Empress are on these different levels, but the truth is that they're insecure. They don't know that you perhaps feel like you're on the same level as them. We have the Seven of Wands, and here's the Chariot. The Chariot and the Chariot, Cancer energy. This person could be a Cancer, a very emotional person that I'm feeling from this person. Also Scorpio, Leo coming through too. Now the Chariot is a go, and there's the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and there's the Queen of Wands. The Chariot is a go energy, it's a movement energy, but it is still uncertain because it does feel like we're being pulled in different directions at times. It's like we're leading from the past, but we want to go into the future. And so they want, in the next time that they see you, they want movement. They want movement. But it's like either way, they'll take what comes. They have the backup plan. There's going to be movement either way. Whether they feel insecure and get rejected and they kind of walk away sad, that's one of the movements that they're expecting. Or whether or not there's more momentum and there's decisions coming in from the Divine Feminine. It's like they're really leaving it in the Divine Feminine's lap when it comes to how she's going to approach, because they're going to follow her approach. They're going to follow, and you may not be the Divine Feminine. It's all about energy, has nothing to do with gender, but for ease of execution, I just use that term. But they're going to watch you, and that's how they're going to dictate their next move. They're going to keep their eye on the Divine Feminine. Either way, they're like, there's going to be momentum. Either way, there's movement. Perhaps there'll be movement towards my dissatisfaction and my sadness. Perhaps there'll be movement because this Divine Feminine will decide that we're going to be moving forward in some type of way. We have here, you should accept valid criticism, and teardrops, great personal sorrow. And whenever I think of the Cup, I think about clarity. It's like they've had these epiphanies, and they're really hard on themselves when it comes to past opportunities with you that they may have missed. They're also somebody who perhaps cannot handle criticism or won't be able to handle a rejection from you, which is why they're going to react in kind. The Not unsuccessful plans, a wedge, dog far away thinking of you. So the wedge says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. And the truth is that I think this person might create the wedge because of that backup plan. There could also be physical wedges, other commitment issues, things of that nature, other relationships that could be getting in the way. Again, this is a collective reading. We have here getting together with friends. It says here, the birth or a conception of a child or enterprise, and do not be tempted to lower your standards. So there could be, again, children involved here, but they are hoping in a perfect world, this would be an execution towards more. It would be a movement towards a relationship here with the Divine Feminine. You could be a fire sign for the Divine Feminine. That there would be movement towards a relationship in a perfect scenario. But their backup plan is, I might get rejected. I might have to go with my tail sort of dragging between my legs, and I might have to deal with this emotional loss. But at least I'll know. At least I'll know. That's what they're saying to themselves. Because they do have a love, a deep affection and caring in connection to you that I don't feel like is going anywhere. Pile 3. What do they hope will happen the next time they see you? Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to life, returning to your life. That the lack of clarity between the two of you is just temporary. And calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you closer together. As I say, I do feel like they're trying to conjure you up through all of their consistent thoughts of you in this moment. But they're also not taking an active approach. We have a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, so that could be for the Divine Feminine or this person. They wonder about your position, and that's why they're setting themselves up with two different perspectives, two different pathways that they could take, or two different approaches that they could take when they see you again. We have go the distance. And I feel like there's been longevity here. This person may be in disconnect from you for a while. There's thirst associated with the desert. This cheetah wants to make it to the finish line. So it's like, I want my solution. I want clarity either way. And if they get the opportunity, it's like if it's I can't even say that word. If it was a serendipitous event and they just conjured you up in some way, they wouldn't want to let the opportunity fly by. It would be very important for them to take the opportunity to, in the very least, to discuss something with you or have a conversation with you. But they're very flexible with what they think the potential could be. But they still require or want enlightenment. They still want the full spectrum available to them. But there's this flexibility about the backup plan that they have in their approach. We have here, Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. And that's their intention. The next time that they see you, they really want clarity. They may take an observant position where they don't really participate in that clarity. They're hoping that you'll be generous of spirit, because your generosity of spirit in that moment is going to determine how generous they are emotionally back at you. Not that that's a fair exchange. Spirit's not trying to highlight that that's a fair scenario. They're just telling you the information so that you have it available to you from that moment. And we have the Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. And this is a beautiful reminder for everyone that, you know, we weave our own destiny in opportunities like this. We create the abundance in our future situation by weaving our own destiny. And so there's accountability for this person. If they do take a passive approach and nothing really transpires because of this next meeting or the next time that they see you, then that will be on them. That will be the karmic wheel applied to them. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. The last thought that this person had about reconnection in the bowl with pile 3. Oops, we have one out of the bowl. 6 of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Moon, and the 7 of Cups. They're really fantasizing about revealing something to you. And that's what they think about the next time that they see you. They think about, in their fantasies, they think about, in fact, it was kind of a low fantasy, to be honest with you. It wasn't really a positive fantasy because they were thinking about that moment and they were almost preparing themselves emotionally to not have the support from your side. So the last thought that they had was thinking about the options that they had, and they weren't feeling very good about themselves. Maybe they felt like a shadow of their former self here. They weren't feeling really good about themselves. So when they thought about revealing their truth, they anticipated not having the support from your end. And that's what creates that Chariot in a limbo position of like, if I have this as a solution and I think that's what's waiting for me, I want to delay that momentum, which is why perhaps they're not taking an active approach in creating a reunion with you. Oops. We have the letter L, an R, I, N, and J. 2 L's. We also have Star, Aquarius energy, somebody who's far away. We have the Tree of Life with the hatchet. So there could be family energies as this wrench. So a wrench in our plans could be other established connections. And somebody who's hoping and wishing for you. Almost like a crush situation. All right, pile number 3. That is what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. Please drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me, and be sure to check your notification bell if you have already dropped me comments below. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, or for Instagram. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.